When talking about the article that introduces Professor Shaw, I feel like when he talks about the four most dangerous words are do your own research is very true, and I agree with that statement, just because a lot of people don't know how to do their own research and make sure that they're finding credible sources and the information that they need to ensure that the source is credible over a non-credible source. And he definitely talks about that in the article as well, just stating that many people are just told to do your own research and not told how to perform that. Um, and it makes it challenging to not know what you need to look for to ensure that you find the credible sources you need to incorporate in your research, or when you're just wanting to learn more about a topic. It can definitely make it challenging to find those sources if you don't know what to look for. During my experience of research essays, I've had to deal with a lot of the stuff that you need to look for when searching for credible sources. Like, I've had to focus on what the website may end in, such as .org or .gov, if it has an author, and they have credible stuff behind them, alongside making sure the accuracy and currency of the information is up to date, because if you're not looking for something that is up to date, it can cause you to have undated information, which can result in you may having false information because that information could have changed over time, or that source could have lost its credibility due to maybe different posts stuff like that. And during these research essays, I've also had to use online databases that have focused on my school library alongside other school libraries, which helps to just narrow down many of the credible sources, and also give you a place to look over many different sources that you may be able to use for your research essays. While I've been able to just research topics for my second essay, I've found one topic that I think is just an ongoing conspiracy theory that I wanted to do more research about, is what information is the government hiding when it comes to aliens and UFO technology and stuff like that. I also think it's just important to know more about these conspiracy theories and just a variety of conspiracy theories. I think there's a lot of interesting ones out there that I would love to learn more about. And then while just looking at numerous sources that focus on this conspiracy theory, I found sources that were credible that introduced many different scientists and the information and data that they have that backed up their reasoning and support that they had towards the conspiracy theory of what's being hidden, alongside stuff that they were allowed to say, compared to what they weren't allowed to say. And many of those reasoning / data that was provided did cross-reference across many different sources that were also found to be credible, while looking at some of the other sources that were not so credible, that were kind of misleading. They didn't have any information or data that cross-referenced with other sources. They kind of just were going on their own path. And that was one thing that just really stood out to me while I was doing my research.